and more attempts than anyone. History of the league. His running back's Deshaun Wynn, who has 49 carries in his career. Drive start from the 20. To Donald Driver, the veteran who takes the short catch and makes some moves to gain 4 yards in front of Nate Webster, the linebacker. And Ron, you say, and you talked about they don't have a great running game. A lot of their running game comes out of that play like that.
And it really was. That was a running play call, is what we call smoke. If the corner a la Champ Bailey playing off Donald Driver 6 or 7 yards, Brett Favre will abandon the running call to stand up and throw the ball out. That time it picked up 4 yards.
There you see the numbers. Fewest run attempts, most pass attempts per game, NFL. Second and 6. Second throw from Favre. Dropped by Greg Jennings, the second-year receiver out of Western Michigan. Third down coming up.
Obviously, he's supposed to catch that ball. It leads to the question. Now you put Favre in the third and long. Will we see the good Favre tonight, or will we see the bad Favre? For 3.5 games, he was fabulous. He had 9 touchdowns and 1 interception through the first half against the Bears. From the second half against the Bears and against the Redskins, no touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And that's what it's all about with Brett Favre, interceptions, because he will keep throwing it. Somebody's going to catch it, either the guy on his team or the guy on the other team.
2 speed defensive ends, Elvis Dumerville and Simeon Rice in the game for Favre. Takes the snap from Jason Spitz, the reserve center, and swings it out to Ryan Grant. Champ Bailey in the open field. Green Bay, 3 and out.
Well, we heard that the Packers have been working on their running game in their week off. Well,
how did it look to you?
They threw 3 passes, so
yeah.
You got Brett Favre, throw it.
Champ Bailey didn't play last week. Ready to go this week. Mile high. And much like Coors had a lot of Red Sox fans, significant number of Packer fans in this building here tonight. From the 21 Favre. Fourth throw, deep ball for James Jones. Hauled in by the rookie, who cuts it back to the middle. He beat Champ Bailey on the route and goes all the way to the pylon for a touchdown. 79 yards on the score in the cutback by Jones. One of the officials was run into by the players.
Excellent job by Favre. John Lynch was down in the box. That means you're going to have one-on-one, an isolation route on the outside. You saw Brett Favre do a nice job of looking to his left. That kept the safety in center field, Nick Ferguson, so that gave you the one-on-one on the outside. Watch Favre. Nice job off the play action. Looks his left, then comes back to the right. Oh, that's just a sweet throw right on the money.
Look, we spent a good deal of time talking about Jay Cutler on the first drive, and a very, very nice drive. That, what you just saw, is why people watch Monday Night Football when Brett Favre is on.
You know, it was interesting when I looked at the formation. They had James Jones matched against Champ Bailey in a 3-wide receiver set, 2 backs in the backfield. So they tried to create a matchup. So clearly the Packers must have believed that they could get James Jones to run by Champ Bailey. You'll see it right here. There's the play action. It's man-to-man. Just a little stutter there by James Jones that throws Champ Bailey for just a second. Then the cutback. And then the zebra goes down, and he appears to be all right, and James takes it to the house.
The back judge, Jim Howie, was the official who was shaken up on the play. The Packers offense from Mark Tauscher, their right tackle.
Starting at left tackle, the president of Justin Timberlake's fan club, Chad Clifton. Alaska's finest at left guard, Darren College. Our wide receivers leading the league in yards after catch, led by Donald Driver and Greg Jennings. And, of course, our quarterback, Vinny Testaverde's dad, Brett Favre.
Tauscher is making his 100th start. A former Badger from Wisconsin playing in his home state. Favre on the edge. For Greg Jennings, incomplete. Chased by Jerome Cox. Here's Dre Blige to introduce us to the Denver defense.
In this Monday night showdown against the Packers, in order for us to win this game, we must continue to stop the run like we did last week. Our big boys up front must have a big day. And we must disguise our coverages on the back end. If we do that, myself and Champ will have a field day, and we will keep these receivers contained.
Champ Bailey could not do that on the second Packer drive. Beat by James Jones with a 79-yard touchdown.
Now the Packers offensive line is winning up front. They ought to stay with it, but they're empty right now. No running backs in the backfield.
On second and goal, and Favre pumps left, comes back to the right corner for Driver. Driven out of bounds by Champ Bailey. Incomplete. Donald wanted the force out. The 7-time Pro Bowler pushed him out.
You'll see Favre meet me at the corner, throw the ball to that pylon. Driver goes up. Can't get them both down, gets neither of them down. Surprising formation, surprising call. On this drive, the Packers have run the football effectively. Yes. They really gave no option of run there when they went with the empty formation.
And this pass is incomplete. Champ Bailey read it and almost picked the pass off. It'll be third down. Deanna, before we let you go, one thing about there's a lot of information in there as well, in addition to a great story. 3rd and 10. Right at the edge of field goal range here. It'll be a 53-yarder to Greg Jennings with a move and the sideline, and Jennings and the Packers will have first and goal at the 17-yard. Tony, will you ask this woman next to us to sit down?
Yeah, well, yeah, you stood up. You're totally into the game, right?
I'm still watching the game. We're on the field. Well, my husband's on the field.
When he threw the touchdown pass early in the game, how did you react to that?
You had to ask me that. You know, I was on my way up here.
Goal now back at the 9. And Favre with a fire. Driver couldn't get to the right spot. Incomplete. Field goal unit coming on.
Actually, Brett had Donald Driver. They came with that cluster formation or bunch formation. 3 wide receivers tight to the formation. Spaghetti, you sometimes call it. You'll see Donald Driver hooks it up right at the goal line. And this one just got away from Brett Favre. This one had some smoke on it. Woo! Look at him come through that one, but he's wild high. As Mike McCarthy admitted, he just didn't do a good job of managing the running back situation.
Ruvell Martin, top of the screen. First snaps for him tonight. 3rd and 19 screen, Morency. Only a gain of a couple of yards. Champ Bailey started it. Tim Crowder, the rookie out of Texas, finished him off. And the Broncos defense will get off the field. An important drive here at the start.
You know how Brett Favre is. He loves to challenge. Now he's going after a couple of the best corners in the National Football League in Champ Bailey and Dre Bly. And he's throwing it to the outside.
Vernon Morency is the running back. Favre checks to this throw to Jennings. In front of Champ Bailey. Gain of 3.
Once again, you have Champ Bailey on Greg Jennings, and Favre continues to work the perimeter outside of that Denver Broncos defense. Here you'll see Champ right there, peering back into the backfield, reading that triangle, feeling the wide receiver on the inside, looking back at Brett Favre, reading that drop, and getting a quick jump on the football.
It's not an awfully chancy pass.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, with a guy like Champ Bailey, boy, who's looking back in at Favre, and he sees that 3-step drop, he's going to jump the route.
No backs, 5 receivers. Favre to Donald Driver, where he does so much of his work and stretches forward for the first down. Donald Driver, who learned from Robert Brooks how to be a big old physical receiver, does a lot of his work where he just caught the ball.
And this is exactly where Donald Driver really works the middle of the field. You'll see it right here. Look where he catches the passes. I mean, it's literally amazing the area he works. Right in there. That's less than 10 yards between the hash and the numbers to the right side. Exactly where he caught that football.
Over the last 3 years, 71% of his receptions between the numbers on the field. By far best in the league for receivers. And now a longer one outside the numbers to Greg Jennings at the 45. First down, gain of 14. Packers moving the ball as the third quarter spins down. Field for Favre from the Packers. Favre from his own end zone, complete to Greg Jennings. Second time Favre has thrown from his own end zone and created breathing space. To the 21, gain of 18, first down.
Clearly, it's nothing for Favre to be backed up like that. They went 99 yards for a field goal earlier. This would be 98. Easy, piece of cake.
Nice job by Favre. Once again, off the play action. The Broncos committing that 8th defender of the box. You have the one-on-one on the outside. Greg Jennings beats Dre Bly.
Another throw outside the numbers on these corners. against the norm thus far this year. Favre is 10 for 10 in this second half. Against a three-man rush with 8 in coverage. Favre finding a hole. Caught. What a grab by Driver, who went up to get it at the 39. First down. Gain of 17.
Outstanding play by Brett Favre against the three-man rush. In other words, the Broncos are now dropping 8 in the coverage. Early in the down, the Denver Broncos win. Late in the down, Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers win because Brett Favre was able to extend the play with his legs. Once again, Donald Driver is outstanding at working the middle of the field. Here you'll see him push up against his own. Comes around Foxworth, looking for the hole, settling in the hole, hoping that Brett can find him. Brett doesn't. He goes up, and he is a fearless receiver in the middle of the field. That's what you have to be because you're going to get hit.
3rd and 10.
And here the Broncos coming with their 4-man rush, so they'll drop 7 into coverage.
Favre getting rid of it quick. Ooh, dangerous throw. Champ Bailey was sitting there waiting for James Jones. So here you have 4th down and 10. Elvis Dumerville made the pressure. Favre's first incompletion of the half will give the ball to the Broncos.
And Favre drops back and just gets the elbow hit as he's delivering the football. He may be lucky. Champ Bailey played inside because he had help over the top. A good throw may have been picked off by Champ Bailey and taken to the house for a Broncos touchdown.
Now, if you believe in all the rules of drama, Brett Favre is to either win it or lose it. You know what I mean? He either makes some great touchdown pass or he gets intercepted. You want it in his hands. He's been a star for so long. This stage would seem to suit Brett Favre.
Ryan Grant, the running back. Play action from the 18. Want it all. Deep down the field. It is holding by Greg Jennings. The Packers win in overtime. Unbelievable. Brett Favre does it again. An 82-yard game-winning touchdown to Greg Jennings, and the Packers are 6-1.
Once again, off the play action, Brett Favre. He knows he's got the single receiver to the outside, the isolation route. Greg Jennings beats Dre Bly. An outstanding throw from Brett Favre. The ball came out of the sky. This thing hung up in the air. Who said Favre doesn't have the arm, the cannon? Look at him. He's excited. He's got it. This is exciting for Brett Favre. What a way to end a terrific football game.
He's the guy you want on this stage. He beat Bly once in the game. He beat Bailey once in the game. As you said, Jaws, he had underthrown passes last week against the Redskins. You stood out on the field with him. You said he put his toes on the 50 and hit the pylon with a laser. So the arm is still there.
No problem.
Who else would you want on center stage in a circumstance like that? And in one play, boom, ball game.